Live, local, now. This is the news at 6:30.
Folks having to be boated to safety, cars abandoned in the middle of 95. Tropical Depression Bonnie came through, pounded us with rain. Now folks trying to dry off and figure out just how much damage has been done. We've got team coverage for you this evening. Ariana Jones is in Effingham County, where the rain continues to fall and roads have closed. Georgia Reed Godfrey in Jasper County, where a part of 95 still shut down tonight due to that flooding. And Cutter Martin tracking Tropical Depression Bonnie. Let's get to Cutter first. Cutter, what is it doing, and are we going to get any more rain here, any relief here?
Yeah, we are going to get relief, and it's all about where you live in our viewing area. South of 16, you're wondering what's going on. You have not received anything. North of 16, totally different story. It's still Tropical Depression Bonnie spinning away here across the low country. Good news, finally, it has picked up pace here. It is not stalled any longer. It is now beginning to move off to the north and east. It will take the rain with it. It will take all of this moisture with it. But again, rain's still occurring right now. Rain bands wrapping around this system, and the problem is rain falling now. It's falling on top of already very saturated soil. We're looking at accumulated rainfall here, an estimation by First Alert Radar over the past 48 hours. So again, the numbers you're about to see here on this map have only fallen within the past 2 days, and actually much of this fell overnight last night. A very substantial band of rain set up and just sat over the same area as thunderstorm after thunderstorm, dumping very heavy rain across the area. Ridgeland was pretty much ground zero for very heavy rain overnight last night. We saw rain totals in the 5 to 7 inch range. Right now, basically those pinks and those purples indicate that total there, but also the reds and the oranges. We have rainfall amounts more in the 3 to 4 inch range. So again, it was pretty widespread across the region, and it's going to remain widespread here for the next little bit. So as we jump back to radar here, we're tracking First Alert Radar right now. We're still seeing light to moderate shower activity moving over these same areas. Hampton County seeing light to moderate rain. Effingham County getting a break. Chatham County nothing to worry about. Ridgeland getting a break. 95 thankfully getting a break. But this light shower activity continues to kind of move around this area of low pressure into our region. I'll be talking an hour-by-hour timeline, improving conditions, but that doesn't mean we lose the rain chance. I'll be breaking that down coming up in just a few minutes. Ben?
Well, Cutter just said it. Weather really affecting Ridgeland there in Jasper County, where they've seen more than 6 inches of rain. And again, it could be pretty bad for quite some time. Artasia Reed's in the middle of all of it. She joins us now from Highway 17 with more.
Now, as you can see, I'm up to my ankles in water. It only gets even deeper as it goes down. Sheriff's deputies said this road could be closed for hours, maybe even days. This is Highway 17, and they tell me flooding can be found across the entire county.
We woke up this morning and our whole yard was flooded. We have been living here almost 41 years and never experienced anything like this.
Some people living in Ridgeland, South Carolina were caught off guard this morning when they woke up to a pool in their front yard after hours of rain.
We have had rainstorms or systems that come through that caused our yard to be underwater, but never to this magnitude. The entire front yard is now just a pond.
The flooding hit all over the county, from these homes to Highway 17, different back roads, and even caused I-95 to be shut down for hours. I ran into this dad and daughter who had to walk away from their car on I-95 southbound near exit 22, and they tell me they were knee-deep in water.
The back seat is all flooded.
I just noticed my car is moving sideways. It's so deep.
They walked away to find help, but about an hour later, I ran into them again, and they were being rescued by Jasper County Fire and Rescue on Highway 17, which is shut down because water has completely taken over the road.
Nothing could have forewarned us.
We thought it was a traffic accident, so we're going slowly. We didn't realize then that water kept getting deeper and deeper.
Officials say because of all the rain, several major and side roads are flooded with standing water.
If you see standing water on a roadway, our best advice to you is do not go through it.
Now, as you can see, they're actually rescuing people by boat here on Highway 17. Roads across the county are very flooded, and authorities say they don't know exactly how long these roads are going to be this way. They say 12 to 24 hours, but with more rain expected, they just don't know. They're urging you to use extreme caution. Reporting in Ridgeland, Tasha Reed, WTOC News.
Well, 95 South still closed right now. Let's take you back out there live. Georgia Reed Godfrey joining us. And Georgia Reed, 95, a nightmare right now. Avoid at all costs. What's going on out there now?
Well, Ben, like you said, it is still a nightmare. I'm here on Frontage Road, which runs alongside 95 South. You can kind of see here in the distance some of the water still remaining on the road behind the exit sign here. Now, just past me here, coming down Frontage Road, you see a car actually having to turn around because these waters are so deep and go on for several miles. Now, this is the scene across the county as Tropical Storm Bonnie pelted down on Jasper County. Now, I-95 northbound was reduced to one lane earlier this afternoon as emergency services in the Department of Transportation worked to reroute traffic. But since then, it has been reopened and all lanes are operational. Now, where I'm at is completely shut down. Highway Patrol has actually detoured traffic starting at exit 28, which is about 6 miles from where I'm at. Now, Jasper County Emergency Services has been working with the Department of Transportation to detour that traffic. And right now, drivers are being redirected to use exit 28, where they will detour to Highway 278. As of right now, the detour is working and alleviating some of that congestion. However, emergency services say addressing the traffic issue in flooding will be pretty tough.
Also got some roads that are beginning to get washed out. Highway Patrol has coordinated to reroute traffic, shut down other routes within the county. The biggest challenge that we've got is the rain continues to fall. Presently, the National Weather Service has indicated that we've got rainfall rates at 1 to 2 inches per hour in the northern part of the county, which will continue to bring water into the area that is already being impacted. So we're having to ramp up operations for that as well.
And like Tasia mentioned, Highway Patrol anticipates that this portion of 95 South will be closed for at least the rest of the night. Now, emergency services are warning drivers to not bypass any of those barricades because they are unsure of the conditions of the road. Highway Patrol says it's taken about 2 hours for the traffic detour to work. Live from Ridgeland, George Godfrey, WTOC News.
And it's not just parts of 95 that are closed right now. Take a look here at other closures because of all of this rain. We have portions of Great Swamp Road. I'm not going to read all of them, but you can see there's a number of them. The intersections of US 278 near Grays Highway, parts of Calfpin Bay Road, parts of Main Street in Ridgeland. We have the full list of all of those on our website. Again, there's 8 or 9 of them that are closed. We've got that. Jasper County officials are asking folks to stay off the roads if possible. If you do have to travel, always go slow, and you can never be too careful. All right, in Georgia, flash flooding took its toll on several dirt roads in Bullock County. Take a look here at McKelvin Road off Highway 80 south of Stilson. That carried tons of dirt and left this massive hole. This happened on several other roads in Bullock County. In addition, the water covered plenty of the paved roads there and brought flooding into yards and homes. County crews will start hauling dirt to the washouts as soon as this rain lets up. And South Carolina not just getting hit with this, but parts of Effingham County dealing with it pretty hard as well. That's where our WTOC Yana Jones is. We know, Yana, that there are some road closings. Where are you at and what does it look like?
That's right, Ben. Well, I'm on the corner of Blue Jay Road and Georgia 17, and actually just 1 or 2 minutes ago, an officer just pulled through this area and moved those barricades that you can see behind me on Blue Jay Road. So Blue Jay Road did just open up just a few minutes ago. Now, this area has seen at least 1 to 3 inches of rain since this morning, and these flooded roadways did cause some very scary situations for some drivers. Take a look at these photos. Jonathan Bacon was driving down Midland Road towards 30 when another vehicle pulling a trailer was coming towards him, and he says that trailer was kind of taking up a lot of the roadway, so Bacon tried to slow down, and as he slowed down, he hydroplaned, landing in a flooded area on the side of the roadway. As you can see, the car is at least halfway underwater, and Bacon says it happened so fast, his girlfriend Mariah took these pictures, and I caught up with them this afternoon.
When I first pulled up, I didn't know what to think. I was just like, oh my God. I ran straight to him and I was like, are you okay? Like, I didn't even really care about the car. I was like more worried about if he was okay. And it was really just scary just seeing it in the water. I couldn't imagine what he went through.
Thankfully, Bacon says he is okay. He did twist his ankle as he was trying to get out of the car. He had to push the door open, land into that water, and that's when he twisted his ankle. The emergency crews on the scene said he probably should get an x-ray, but thankfully he is okay. He does have a message for drivers who are headed out the door. He says, drive slow. It's better to get to your location safe than sorry. Reporting live in Rincon, Yana Jones, WTOC News.
Well, we've shown you just a few of the pictures and videos of the flooding coming into our 24-hour newsroom. We've got a whole lot more on our website, WTOC.com. Thanks to all of you that have been able to snap those pictures safely and send them to us. We're continuing to get updates here. If you've got pictures of damage, please be sure to send them to us. Pics at WTOC.com, and we can get those up there and share those as well. Well, a photo exhibit of one of the most terrible events in our nation's or in the history of the world is now on display right here in Savannah. The Holocaust exhibit will show you where and the impact it has next. Temple Mikveh Israel is hosting a photo exhibit that began last night. Savannah Country Day student Gabriel Adler toured the Holocaust sites in Poland and documented his work, which is now on display in the Savannah Synagogue's educational area. The exhibit is called Walking Out Alive, a possibility that was not available to millions of Jewish people who were killed there at Auschwitz. In one room is a wall listing the names of all those who perished, including 2 individuals named Gabriel Adler.
That kind of hit me pretty heavily. It made me think about, what is the value of my name? What is my responsibility as far as carrying, the legacy of those who didn't get to pursue their lives as Gabriel Adler.
The exhibit continues through the month of June over at Mikveh Israel. Here's a live look outside through the eyes of our WTOC Beanie Birders downtown Skycam. Chatham County actually, we're getting some rain, but we were spared some of this really, really bad flooding that northern parts of our counties and in South Carolina are seeing. Cutter Martin is now tracking Tropical Depression Bonnie. He's got an update on what it's doing and when we will see some relief after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Cutter Martin joining us. You've been tracking this now for about a week. Yeah. What happened is we saw it. You guys talked about it. The flooding was the real problem, and we saw that come to fruition. Very, very bad in parts of South Carolina and Effingham.
And this is a learning experience. Now we know, a lot of people doubted it. We know it doesn't have to be a hurricane, doesn't even have to be a named storm to produce damage, to affect people's lives. Case in point, all the flooding going on across the low country of South Carolina. And we actually had a friend call in. Doug Weathers gave us a rain report, 4.75 in Pooler near the airport. That's just over the past couple of days. So even portions of Chatham County did see some heavy rain. Here we are over the past 48 hours. This is estimated rainfall again across the area. We're going to try to see exactly how much rain fell. According to First Alert Radar, again, the South Carolina low country, 4.75. That's just one estimation. Another hard hit area, the border between Effingham County and Bullock County. A lot of creeks there out of banks right now. 5.2 estimated there. And where you see these oranges and these reds, definitely some heavier rainfall amounts. 3.5 there. Comparatively, a little bit lighter across southern Chatham County, a little bit less than a half an inch. Again, a lot of the Southside Savannah folks said that they didn't see very much rain. Nobody saw rain south of 16 earlier. So again, that is what we are tracking now, and we're still seeing some shower activity across the region. This is again mainly right along the Savannah River area. We're going to zoom in tight here because we're still seeing some heavy rain falling across Hampton County, South Carolina, extending to right along the Savannah River, Screven County, mainly east of Sylvania, northern portions of Effingham County, and we do still have a flood advisory in effect for a portion of this area here in dark green. That includes Allendale, but also Estill, just north of Hampton. That's in effect for another probably about an hour from now, maybe 7:30 it expires. Seeing the exact expiration time, 7:30 p.m. for Allendale and Hampton County. We're still seeing rain fall on top of ground that is already saturated. Of course, this new water is going to run off. It could exacerbate any flooding issues that are already occurring. But walking through the overnight hours, it looks like this rain, all of this moisture is going to slowly shift off to the north and to the east, low country of South Carolina. In the dark green, your greatest chance. Still a moderate chance for showers across the city of Savannah this evening. And I think we're going to keep it dry further to the south and west. So still a 16 and north issue this evening into the overnight hours. But I think the worst is over. Hour by hour rain chances for the city of Savannah up here. A gradual decline in rain chances. We're going to bring it down to 20% tomorrow morning. So that's good news. Now, we still have moisture behind the storm system. system. Of course, we were on the west side first. Now we're on the east side. It's bringing all that Atlantic and Caribbean moisture, high pressure out of the picture. So after a quiet morning, I think scattered showers and thunderstorms up to 40% by tomorrow afternoon. A few of those could be on the heavy side. Your 7-day forecast again, Memorial Day at 40%. I think 20% on Tuesday, Wednesday, even more moisture enters the forecast. So we begin dry Wednesday morning out the door, no problem. Afternoon heat of the day stuff, it does begin to pop up, and some of this, at least in localized areas, could be on the heavy side, and we keep that weather pattern into late week. So ground is now saturated in several areas. A brief drying trend, but at least scattered showers and a few heavy thunderstorms through the work week. We're keeping an eye on it. Any more flooding issues, we'll be the first to let you know.
All right, and this just in, Dawn Baker, stuck on 95 right now. She says she's been stuck for 5 hours.
Incredible.
So please avoid it at all costs. They are detouring people, but this flooding not letting up anytime soon. All right, the rain also affecting sports. Clemson in another rain delay.
Yes, they're in Durham, North Carolina right now. We've got 4 hours worth of rain delays they're working with over there. We're going to dip into that game, and the Eagles have made it to the conference finals as well, but they've got to get past that top-seeded UL Lafayette to win it all. We head to the Sun Belt Championship next in sports.
The WTOC Sports Desk is sponsored by Seasons of Japan.
Well, after blanking their last 2 opponents in the postseason, Georgia Southern made it a historical day for program history and playing in their first conference championship since moving to the Sun Belt. Only problem is that today the Eagles wind up on the wrong side of a shutout. Bottom 2, we've got Evan Chandler here doing work on the hill. He sits Cannon Fenton to keep a scoreless game. Into the 5th, Mills with a laser here. This one down the right field line for the Cajuns. That will score 1. He's going to end up actually beating the tag home coming up here at second. The Eagles trail 1-0. Mills will finish the drill. Next batter gets this one past the Eagles' second baseman. He's going to touch up home for the 2-0 lead, and ULL will tack on a few more runs for the 5-0 win. The Eagles will finish their season 36-24. We're going to hear from Coach coming up at 11. The Clemson Tigers doing a little bit of a rain dance today as they get Florida State in the ACC title game. Tarp coming on and off the field. Top of the first here, Chris Oakey going right for his face there on the bid board. Chase Pinder gets in easy. Seth Beer not so easy off a Knowles error. Oakey with the inside the park, 3-0 Tigers. FSU will add a sac fly to make it 3-1 Clemson. That's when you can cue the first rain delay coming up right here. Top of the second we go. This is Eli White. This is why I'm hot. Chris Williams scores, and it's 5-1 Clemson. Moving into the top of the third, and Clemson is piling it on. Pinder with a bases loaded. 3 more runs would score. The Tarp once again going back on the field. It is now coming back off again. We are in the 8th inning with Clemson leading it 18-13. Jordan Spieth has won 7 times on the PGA Tour. None of those victories have been in his home state of Texas until today. The world number 2 card 6 birdies en route to a 3-stroke victory at 17 under. His shot of the day came there on 17, not to be outdone on this birdie putt on 18. Spieth is now the youngest 8-time PGA Tour winner in history. And while it may not have been the win that he was looking for, especially after leading the tournament throughout the first 2 rounds, Savannah's Gene Sowers has yet another great showing at the senior major. He finishes at 9 under with a 70 on the card today, ties for 14th. This is the 2nd major of the season that Sowers has finished in the top 15. A rookie takes the checkered flag today at the 100th Indy 500. The 24-year-old Alexander Rossi conserved fuel down the stretch, racing the final 36 laps on just that 1 tank of fuel he had left on his way to victory lane. And before we go, the Splash Brothers showed up big last night in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Klay Thompson, 41 points, helped the Warriors that win, forcing a Game 7 back in Oakland. Thompson set a new NBA record with the most threes in a playoff game, 11 to be exact. He was 14 and 30 from the field. That's Look at Sports. We'll be back.
Welcome back, everyone. Tracking this weather we see behind us on the Skycam. Starting to rain here in Savannah. We don't need any more of that. When are we going to see some relief?
I think it's not far off. As we look at first alert radar right here, again, these are just scattered light showers. They're briefly heavy, not lasting long. It is not that significant. And as we look at the bigger picture, that band of rain has been sitting over the same areas for more than 12 hours now, beginning to shift off to the east. That is good news. Unfortunately, not as good news as we look at the 7-day forecast. At least scattered showers and scattered heavy thunderstorms remain in in the forecast. Look at that, every day through the week. So ground saturated. We're watching the forecast, updating rain chances throughout the week.
All right, thanks so much. Stay safe, stay dry, avoid 95. We will see you tonight at 11.